sir, can you
Yeah,
please
sorry if you.
post the data again because I can't
Okay,
find it the
no
again.
problem, no problem, no problem. That's all. Is it both the story?
Yes, please, everything. Because I just scrolled through it and I can't see it. I don't know how far to scroll forward or backward.
I sent it yesterday, but it's not a problem at all.
Yesterday? Let me see. Yesterday. Yes,
I've sent it to the group, and let me send what
thank
story we are going to be talking about. Okay, so Mr. A, let me see what you have done. Okay. You have a dashboard. Let me see what you did with your dashboards. Your company performance across, I mean, is very similar to what exactly we're going to do today. Actually, you have done a very good job in that. I mean, this is exactly what we are going to be plotting. So I would say you have tried. I mean, that's a very good attempt because we're going to be plotting a scattered plot. And I see that you have used parameters, which that's great because we're going to talk about parameters. The only thing that, did you do set? Did you do set? I can't hear you if you're speaking.
So I did like an action clause, right?
Okay.
So if I click on this now, for example,
Yeah.
like you see, it picks the like, for example, if you want to know about Los Angeles, so it
Okay.
picks, yeah, so it picks, it adjusts everything, adjusts to Los Angeles. So if I go there to pick, say, Seattle now,
Oregon,
adjust
Seattle. Yeah. I see.
everything,
Yeah.
adjusts.
So this is like you have like a different cards, like total revenue. Yeah. I
Yeah,
mean, this is like a broad. What do I want to say? This visualization is like broad.
yeah,
Like, well, it's good. This is very good. This is another presentation. So let's say, for example, we're looking to want to invest in East Coast or West Coast. This is what you will present to me. The startups in the East Coast or West Coast, like in region. Let's say you want to pick up, or you see that Los Angeles and Seattle is where you're going to pick up, and maybe in New York, I can see West Coast, California, California and Seattle has the biggest, and then in the east you can find New York and that. But yeah, thank you for that. But more something similar to what the company performance is what we're going to is going to similar to that scattered plot and everything. So thank you for making an attempt. This is quite good. You see, when I know we're busy and when I give this, I am not expecting you to do like a big or great. But if you look at it before, even if you do something different like what he has done, for example, I never even thought about doing this visualization. I have something else in mind. It gives us an edge and it makes us more proactive in what and makes us understand even better when we attempt something, and then we try to, and then when we are making the correction of doing that, you will understand it better. So, and yeah, thank you for that. So I will share my screen. And let me know when you can see my screen, please.
Yeah, we can see your screen.
All right, so good evening, everyone, and welcome to Tableau today. And yes, so my company is looking for a data analyst to actually pinpoint me. So I've got money and I want to invest in your companies, in startup company. So when we say startup companies, companies that are just up and growing. So like all this, we have a lot of fintech startup companies. So when you then, I think after startup is one name before, I can't even remember. So they're looking for investors, and my company is an investing firm. And we've come to you. You are the DAs. You are the data analyst visualization expert. We've given you the data of these companies, and we want. This is my criteria. So today I'm going to do 2015 for you, and your assignment will be 2014, and will be the first thing I would like to see on Wednesday. Maybe on Wednesday we'll go through this again. Then maybe we don't do a new visualization because I really want us to understand this. This is a lot of things we're going to be doing today. And I hope Mary is here because she's the one that said she wanted something where you have a target. So this is the criteria that we have a 1,000 companies, their names, their revenue, their expense, the growth rate, and everything. So these are by our criteria. We want to fund maybe. I will show us how to.
Come in like 5 minutes. Once I have a break here, I'm going to bring him. I'm using.
Sorry.
I think she was just talking over the. Sorry.
Oh, okay, no problem. So this is the criteria. We're looking for where we want to invest. We're looking for companies that have high revenue. Of course, that's very important. Low expense. So I can have high revenue and my expense can be very high. So I'm looking for a high revenue, low expense, and top growth. So we want all these three, and we want to select it from this 1,000. So we are looking maybe for the first 20, for example, and we want to see who has a high revenue, low expense, and top growth. So how are we going to go about this, and how do we present this to our stakeholders? So I hope we understand the question. So from the data set, we've got 2014, 13, and 15, but we want 2015 now. We want to base our result just on 2015. And as I said, by now we should know how to import data from our source. This should be at the back of our hands now. So it's an Excel file that I've sent to us. We click on this, we click on the file and open. So we have two tabs so we're just going to join it together. We bring this here and we bring this here. Yes, I have purposely done something because normally when we just make a table join, it should give us a table join here. But I've changed a name. They have something in common, but I've just changed the name because sometimes you may have a different name. So let me show you what I mean. So this is the file. In overview, we have ID, we have name, I'm sorry if you know, in year two we have ID and name, but when we have put maybe or not maybe not this one. This is the original one. I put is it overview or finance before name and ID because I want to show us something. So when you join a table together like this and there is nothing to join, and you know there is in a table join, there must be something common. And here we can either choose ID or name. They have both the same on both tabs, ID and names. So it's better we choose ID because it's more, it's like a primary key, which you will understand later in SQL. That means it means that a company must have an ID, and the same company cannot have the same ID. So if you choose ID and I choose, you see, okay, this is where, because the name was not the same, that's why you will have to join like this. So ID overview, and then you can see it's coming. Are we all good? So we can move on just like we do on sheet one. And we have our ID columns and, sorry, dimension and measure column. That's for finance.
So
Please,
what did you do again? So what did you do again with with the other one? How did you bring the table together again? What did you do?
You just choose. So yeah, you just select ID and ID because it has to be equals ID, and that's it. Okay.
you know the ID that is coming up for me is I.
Sorry, I can't hear you.
So the ID that's coming up for me is ID financials, not ID overview.
No problem. Just join the IDs together. It can be overview. Some are overview, some are finance. So just use it, join it together. It depends. So maybe you put overview first.
Yes.
It doesn't matter. It's still the same table join.
Okay.
So it will not be ID and finance. Yeah.
And we're doing 2014, right? Or we're doing 2015?
No, we're doing 2015 today, but I want us to go back and duplicate what we have done, but using 2014 to practice. So what we'll do today, we're using 2015 because that's what the storyline is saying. But then it's our job, it's for you to practice. Anyone who wants to show me on Wednesday what they have done, it's fine. So it's 2014, just exactly what we are going to do today. Do that for 2014.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Taye,
yes.
so basically I'm going to rephrase what you said. We're working on 2015 today. So basically we'll have to just use the method you're going to teach us today to
The same,
practice
yes.
2014.
To practice, yes.
I know what that's okay.
Sorry?
That's fine, thank you.
Okay, fine. So yeah, we can now start and we can look at how do I want to say now? This table. There's something that I want us to create. For example, we have 2015 with expense growth, profit, revenue, and 2014 as well, 2013 as well. So it's better if we create like a folder. So what I mean, like if you right click and you say group by folder, and then we can say create folder. So you first right click and you say group by folder. So if you right click here, you will see this group by folder, and then right click again and create folder. And we can name this 2015 financials. You see, we've created a folder here. So we just click on this, you control when you click on this and just drag it to the folder. Sorry, it didn't go. And then we just put it in the folder. You can see now, we do the same thing for 2014. Create folder.
Sorry, I didn't see how you created the folder.
You right click here and you see create folder, and then you click on it.
Right.
Don't worry, I'll create another. I'm still creating another one. And then we click on, we select the 2014s. To select it, you just put your hand on the control button and select all, and just put it. Why is it not? Yeah. So to create a folder, you just right click here. You see create folder, and you give it a name. You see that it just makes it beautiful. Not that you have to do it, but just
I didn't see where you right click though, because there's no right click.
just right click on this place, on an empty place, anywhere. Here, like right click here, you see how we've been creating calculated field. You see create folder.
Yeah.
Yeah. You see that it looks a bit, and for something that if you have something in common, like something like a duplicate, for example, this ID, I can just remove this. I don't need it. Like hide, and then name. I can just, because it's the same, you don't need it twice. So you can just hide. So are we all good?
It's not creating a folder for me. It's not giving me that option.
Did you first click, when you first click, did you say create group folder?
It only gives me calculated field or parameter.
What else did they give you on the list when you right click?
Well, it gives me add to sheet, hide, convert to discrete, default properties, group by folders.
Yeah, group by, I told you you have to click on group by folders first.
Oh, I thought I have to create.
How did you move the financial year to the folder to 2015?
How did I what?
You know you have the control, but how did you move everything to the actual folder?
Just you click on it and you drag it to the folder.
Okay.
So let me do. So look, I just right click. Once you have highlighted, just anyone, double click on any one of them and just drag it and put it on the folder. I'll give us 1 minute to do that.
Mr. Tai, while we're waiting, I just want to quickly ask a question. So you know how all these the tables you have been giving us before,
Okay.
when you put your city and your state, it automatically recognizes it. But this one, the city, was in say like Ilias, like in say for example New York, NY, like that. So the thing did not recognize it. So I had to do it like manually.
Yeah, sometimes you have to go, for example, you go to city and then you go to think geography row. So if it doesn't, you have to just keep trying, maybe county or country, state. So maybe it's a county, but it's on city level. It may not recognize it. So, like one of the lectures we're going to do in UK, for example, we have to do something like this. Like we have to put it on a county level or region. I don't know, and then it will give us what we want. It will recognize those regions.
Okay, because I had to, yeah, because it happened to me. I had to find a solution to it.
Yeah, you just go to one of the geography and then
Yeah,
you go to geographical row and you just try if it's, I don't know, like country or county or
yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, you just place it in the right place. Sometimes it doesn't. Maybe, for example, Halifax. Halifax is a city in UK, it's a city in America, it's a city in Canada. It may not know which one you are talking about. So if you now say, okay, in this county or something or a city, then it may recognize that.
Okay, okay.
So are
Thank
we
you.
all good? No problem at all.
I'm
Are we
sorry,
all good?
no, it's not working for me. It's not letting me put it in.
Have you dragged it?
I made 2015 financials. I'm dragging it.
Oh,
It's
shift.
when I go to the bottom, it's still there.
No. So when you drag it, I'll tell you, when you drag it, make sure that you see this orange box. You see this orange box. When you see it, you drop it. Do it again. You see this orange box. You see this plus sign. When you see that, then you drop it. Is that okay?
Let me try again.
If not, please share your screen. Let's do that. I mean, we don't have to do it, but we know when we have a lot of 2015, 2014, 2013 growth, imagine we have 10 years or 15 years. Are we getting it? And we have different financial, it's just good to group it so that when we are working, it's much easier. If you are not getting it, please share your screen if it's possible, and then we can just see what's the problem.
I'm just trying it for the last time. Let me see if it works.
Sorry?
Just trying it for the last time.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have that. Let me see if it works. No, I don't have that box, that orange box. I don't have. Let me share one second.
Do you want to share your screen?
Yeah, just 1 minute, please.
Everyone else is all right? Or
I'm gonna share now. Share. Can you see my screen
No, not yet.
now? Test sharing.
No.
Oh, I haven't gone to the breakout room.
Breakout. You
How
don't.
can you hear us?
No, you are in this right place.
No, I had to join again with my laptop. How do I do this? Go back again. Stop sharing. How do I get to the breakout room? I'm in a different meeting. Breakout room here.
Okay, let us know when you are.
I'm there. I'm there. I'm there. Sorry to waste time. I'm here. Can you see?
Yeah, we can see.
Okay.
So,
This is
yes.
my
Can you
folder.
highlight the 2015 now? Okay.
Even when I drag it, because of the way my screen is, I can't drag it to reach to the top, you see. Can you see? So this is what I did.
Maybe
I
request control. Okay.
Can you see? So maybe I have to create the other folders first.
Oh, coming into. You you
You said?
that's it.
Thank you.
You don't have a bigger screen.
No. That's the problem, right?
No, it's not a problem. Just
Thank you.
yeah. Everyone okay now? All right. So let's continue. All right. So before we continue, we're going to be creating a set of sets. What does set mean? We're going to group things in sets, and then we're going to do combinations of sets because we have combinations of criteria that we want. But before we do that, we are going to first look at the growth of the top 10 or 15 or 20. And first of all, I'm just going to show us something. You don't need to follow me on that because we are going to, how do I want to say? We are going to undo it. It's just to show us how to do something and why it's not so good to do that. So why it's not so the best way to do that, and then how we should do that in a very good way. So I'm going to just pick up. I'm going to hide this again, just so that I don't get. So I'm just going to say name. I think I'm going to put it in rows. Sorry. Okay. This is just a demo now, so don't worry. So name and then we're dealing with 2015 financial, so we can expand this, and then we are first doing growth, and then we can just put growth here. Just please, just pay attention. Like we are still going to do this, but in another way. I'm sorry for this background. So there's a way we can sort out. Let us say we want to sort out the first 10 or first 20 by growth. So if I right click on this, you see sort, and then we click on field. Let's say descending, so that it's going from the top, and you can see we have, and then we can, let's say, format this, and we want it, in numbers, in percentage. So So this is the top 10, top from 1,000. And if I just, let's say, I do this, I click on, like, I want to choose the top 10. For example, this is just a demo, please. And I click on this, create set, and I just say top 10, start up. Now you can see that I've created a set. So how can I use this? If I just put this in the filter, you can see that I'm only going to get my 10 10 companies that are in the top 10, which is good, which that is okay. And for example, maybe we want to do more. We just say maybe this, we put it, oh no, sorry, name in size, and then we put growth in label, no, growth in details, and then we put name. Yeah, we can put name. This is name in details as well. And now what you are saying here is, and I think, sorry, growth in size. You see all these things are different companies. This is like a train map. This is what we created. If I just drag this now, it's only going to give me the 10. You can see, let me see. Let me put name. I don't put name. You can see the name, and then you can see the growth. Yeah, and you can see this is the 10 that we've created. But there is a problem here. Let us say that you are presenting and the stakeholder says, okay, we don't want the top 10 anymore. We want only top 5 because no money, or maybe we had an additional fund, so we can do another 15 or 20 top 20. It's going to be very hard to start going through, because if we look at this, what we just created now, we cannot add anything here. Yes, we can do top 5 by just removing the last 5, but we can't add any more. So it's not, this is what we call static a set. It's not advisable to do that, because on the fly, you need to do something, you need to be more agile, you need to be more like more analytical. So it's like they want something like top 10, boom, you just want to do it. Top 20, you just shift something and it happens. So that's why we're not going to use this method at all to do this. And that's why I just wanted to show us how we can do a top 10. If you want it to be permanent static, you can do like that, but we have a more way we can do that. So we are going to look at that now. So I'm going to remove this, what we have created. Oh, I will leave it like that. Let me leave it, and let me leave it like this. And then let's create another one, another top 10 in our set. So we're looking for growth, and we can go here and say create sets. No. See how best we can do that. Oh,
So did you say create set or create parameters on the grid?
no, we're going to create parameters later, but I want to create set first.
So did you right click?
Um, we can do right click, or you can just click on the drop down.
Okay, so you want us to do this now. The demo is over.
Oh, the demo is over. Oh, yes, yes.
Oh.
No, but oh, yeah. Sorry, let me even start again. Yeah, the demo is over. So we just say name, we put it here, and then we put growth. We can put it here. So we see that now. And I'm looking for a best way to, yeah, we can create a set, but I can't see create set here. Be the set. No, how did I? Oh, sorry. Let's so, let's use an ID. Sorry, we shouldn't be so apologies. So when we want to create sets, is because ID and ID represent the company, so it's better to use an ID of the company. So we can just say click on this and say create, and you see sets. I will leave this for 30 seconds. So you can either right click or just put your cursor on the drop down, and you go to create and set.
So with this sort of scenario, how would you know how to display each of them on columns and rows? Like, say for example, you just made a mistake in regards to the IDs and names. Like, where would you know where to place the individual entities?
Normally, like if I just remove this, for example, all these are like trial and error. So because maybe I've been doing it a while, so you will kind of know when, how do I want to say, what visualization you are going to use. But like the example now, I'll just right click, it gives me this. So I know already, that's why I just put it in row. Tableau will know that, okay, you have the names, then what do you want to do with it? This ABC means maybe something else. Maybe you can put expense here, that's what it means. Or you can put, I don't know, city on, or maybe ID. You want to see the ID, for example. You can see the ID. You can keep putting more columns or something as well. So that's how I actually, when you double click, if you are not sure of something, double click on it. It will try to find the best. I just double click now and it gives me this. So all I just did was, because we're looking at growth, I just put growth here and it gives me this.
Hi, Tayo.
Yes, please.
Does it mean you can only look at a particular year? Like, if you want to look at 2015 and 2013 together,
Yeah, you can do that together. You can do it.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, you can just drag it and then you keep dragging. Yeah, you can do that.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. So before we continue, I would like to change this to how do I want to say? I like
Sorry,
to change
did you still create the set, or you stopped creating the set?
I've stopped creating the set because I
Oh.
was trying to explain but we're still going there. So
Okay.
if you are there, no problem. I just want to change this to percentage, and I'm sure that we know how to change to percentage. So if you just right click on here, like anywhere, format, we go to field, and we're targeting this, and then we say numbers, and we just say percentage, and we want, yeah, I think we want to sort from ascending to descending. We should know how to change to percentage now. So just right click, you go on the field you want to target, which is some of these, go to numbers, percentage is 0, and then we get this. So yes. So where I was before is on ID, we click on that and we say create sets. So we are creating set now. So on this set now, we are going to say top. Yes.
Sorry to get you back. Where you said sort, is it right click and then sort ascending, right?
Yes. So I went here, field, and then you can, yeah.
Hold on, let me see. Oh, okay. I didn't get
See
it.
it, field.
Okay, I got it. Now, thank you.
All right. So, yeah, create. Yes.
Sorry, quick one. You know, in the ID that in the table,
Yes.
Figures 1 to 1,000.
Yes.
Not better to use the name.
No, you see, you can use the name. I can use the name, is the same. Yeah. But you see, ID is more unique. ID is there's only one. There's only one, two. What about if I mistake? If a name has similar name, what do you do?
Okay.
I mean, there's some companies that have similar names.
Okay.
Yeah. So ID is a primary key. It means that it is only one company that has it. Like as a student now,
yes,
you have. I'm sure even as you have. Nobody will never have your ID.
Yeah.
So we go to set. We can choose this.
I'm pressing sort ascending, but it's not actually changing anything.
What did I do? Right click here on name. Yes. Sort ascending, sort descending.
Yes, sort ascending. I'm clicking on it.
No, but I'm doing descending. That means highest to the lowest.
Oh, descending. Okay, yeah, sorry. Yeah.
You're selecting the one on the field.
Yeah, the name, sorry. Thanks. So where we say create set, we have like 1,000. So the good thing is just we say use all. When we did the first one, we said we just highlighted the top 10 we needed. You remember? And then we created a group. But now you see top, you click on top. Then we want by field. You say by field, and you have 2015. You see, you can choose any 1 year, but we have 2015, and we leave it by top 10. This sum is okay. So I will leave this here for 30 seconds for us. So we go to top.
Sorry, where do you press again to create the set?
Is the one I've been showing us for so here, create set. ID, create set. So if we click on that, you say use all, and then we need the top. So by field, it automatically gives us growth 2015. But if you're looking for 2014, you choose 2014, just like the assignment. So that's how you choose that. It can be top 20, anything you want. That's fine. And yes, and then you click OK. Okay, before we click OK, let's just change the name. So we say top 10 start of growth. And we click OK. So, this was the first one we created that we just did like this. This was the first one. I'm going to remove it because so we don't get confused. My growth is spelled wrongly. So this we don't need anymore because that was the first one I was doing the demo. Yeah, remove, I don't need. So this is the new one now. You can just say like top 10, you see? And if they want me to do top 20, it's easier for me. All I just have to do is go edit and click 30.
It's not working for me. Yeah.
You see? Rather than me now going back, the first one, I have to manually select. This one is like on the fly. Even
I don't really understand. I didn't get it because I was trying to do it, please. Can you repeat it again, please? Thank you.
no problem. So that we did top 10, and I said this, let us say that they wanted top 30 now. Or this is top 30, and I said, okay, can you show us top 20 rather than top 30? Because we thought we could invest in 30 companies, but unfortunately, we only have money for 20. You just have to go back to this. You see something you've created like a set. So you just click on this, edit,
No,
and
I
then
mean the creation of the set. I could create a static one, but this particular one, I wasn't able to get it right.
so did you go to ID, create, set, and then you will choose all, and then top, and then you will choose 2015. Because we are already doing it, that's why you click by field, then 2015, and top 10. We can adjust this top 10. You can choose top 15, whichever one you want. Okay, so that's how we did it. Do we understand how we did this now? Like, are we all good? We are quiet. Have I said something that
Yeah, I'm good here.
are we all good?
Yeah, we are good. We are good. We are
Okay,
good.
all right. So that's how to do that. And there is another way that we can, this top 20, we need to go to this place and edit. Sorry, you need to go to this place, edit, and then we needed to, click on 10 or 20, which is still okay, but we can add something that can make it even much easier for us. It's what we do, it's what we call create parameter. Or do you understand? So we create a parameter, and how do we create a parameter is we right click here. You see create parameter, and we name it growth leader. Let me say growth, that's what I called it. Leader. And okay, we want an integer. And what growth do we have? We can say 5%. Yeah, we can say you can call it anything. We can say 20, and then we can give it range because a maximum and step. Then this one is up to you like 5. We can leave it in 100. So we want like 5, 10, 15. So 5 is the minimum, 100 is the maximum, a step of 1. So it means that we can go to 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know if you understand. You will understand very later on. So just create this. Should I leave this for like a minute? Hello?
Yeah, you can leave it. Okay.
Okay. So you understand what this is all about now? Just we are creating a parameters to control how
Just,
many top 10 we can have.
just like we do, but that time it used to be automated, like a legend or something.
Yeah, similar to that. So instead of us to go to top 10 startup growth and
Yeah.
then click edit, I mean that's still faster than. But what we are going to do now, by the time we finish it, is just one click.
Yeah.
So can I say okay? Can I click okay?
I don't know if others are following.
Is it because it's Saturday? I know this is kind of a bit more.
Yeah, you can click OK. You can click OK. We are
All
good.
right. Okay. So you can see that we've created a parameter here, growth leader. And then you just click on the drop down, show parameter. You can see on your left here, show parameter. But you see that I'm clicking, it should be changing here, but it's not changing. Nothing is happening. Nothing is happening because I've not connected this parameter to this. How do I connect these parameters to this? I will just say, oh, this top 10, edit. You know that we said 20 before. So go to the top 10 startup growth that we created, click here and click edit sets. Instead of top 20, you see the name here, growth leader. That's what you're going to choose. You see, you're going to find it there. So you see in the top, just click on edit on here, and instead of value, you just say growth leader. And you click apply and okay. So now what we have done is rather than going here, edit and clicking, let us say that they wanted only top 10 now. You see that as I'm clicking, this is changing. Did you get me? So if I want 50, you can just slide it and slide it like this. That's it. Do we get it?
Yeah.
How did you connect the two tables?
Sorry, I can't hear you.
How did you connect the two tables again?
So this top 10 startup that we created, maybe I should not call it top 10 because we are now, let me just rename it because it's not just top 10 anymore. Top startup growth. So we go here, we click on edit sets. Before we said top 10, top 20, we put a value here. So rather than putting the value here, the name of this parameter is what we put here, growth leader. That's all.
Because that's the first one we created, isn't it?
No, because that's the parameters that we've created. So, if
Or not the set. Are we going to this parameter or the set? the growth leader.
So we go to the set we created.
Yeah.
We click on this and we click edit set.
Okay.
For you are going to see top 10 because that's what we created before. So you see, enter value, it's asking me to enter value. So if I say this, if I say top 10, if I click apply, you can see that it's only adhering to top 10, even though I've set 50 here, because I've not connected my parameters to this. So how do I connect it to that? Is click on this, edit set, rather than value, growth leader, and that's all.
Okay.
And you can see it gives us 47.
Thank you.
And that's how we control it. You see that it's much easier. This is how actually they know that, oh, this guy, this lady knows their stuff. Okay, they can even say top 100. It's just on the fly. You just drag it. Okay, if that's what you want to see.
That left hand side, right hand side bar you are dragging, I don't know how it appeared there anyway. I've been trying to put
So
my
you
hand.
click on the growth leader like this and say show parameter.
Okay.
I think we will have to make this like a two lesson because it's actually a lot that we still have to do and I don't want to rush it. So are we all okay? So you can see immediately you can find top 100, whatever you want. I mean, you can choose, okay, only customer. You can type in, you see. So if they say 50 or 20 and press enter, you can, I mean, if this is what is good for you, but sliding is much better. I mean, for me anyway. So are we all good?
Yes.
So we can name this growth. And this one, this name, I think we should just rename it as startup companies. You can just go to name so that we know what we're dealing with. And there's just a rename. I'll just say startup companies. All right. So, for example, now you can see that we have this. All you just have to do is you see this top growth, you just put it here. I think, yeah, we'll just say show parameter. We have 20. If you want 10 or 7, you see how we are controlling it with this. I mean, we are not using this visualization. I'm just saying that how it looks like, how easy it is now to control. You can see as you are adding the numbers is increasing. So that's how this is. Any questions so far? Okay, so now.
Sorry, the last lesson that we did?
Yeah.
This will be very, sorry, but
I didn't hear what the last lesson.
yeah, I was just trying to, because of the girl crying. Yeah, so I said the last lesson we did.
Yes.
When we're checking the customer performance.
This could easily be used to narrow them down.
And if you want to do that, then you can connect to parameters. You can go back and use this parameter feature.
Yeah.
Okay. So now we want to start dealing. We've done growth, top growth. We've done this now. So we want to now look at high revenue and low expense. High revenue and although this maybe we've not given I've not set what revenue I want and what is my threshold revenue greater than 2 million or 9 million. Do you understand? So we can set that as we are working and how low the expense is, as we can see. So we are looking at expense and revenues now. So we're only working with this set. That's why I've left them expanded. If we double click on revenue, even though I want my revenue in column and expense, so we will have something like this, and then we can click on aggregate measures. We should have something like this. Do we have something like this? So revenue in the column, expense, and then we put ID in detail. Yeah. Are we okay? So now we want to create our revenue target. So we're creating a set now. Okay? So we want to create a set, another set with revenue. Create sets. And we're going to say all again, use all. But this time we are not saying top. We want to give it a condition. So we click on condition. It's like an if-else statement, like if this is that. And then we click on by field. You know, we have 2013, 14, 15. We just say, because we are dealing with 2015 and we're dealing with revenue now. Okay? So we say revenue. And we want to say greater. You can see here that we have from 1.7 million to like 16.8 million. We're interested in the companies that has made more than 9 million. That's what I'm interested in. Okay? So I'll put 9 million here. You can put anything you want. So this is not just a set. You can put, okay, maybe you are a very like hard person, or like you are strict and you just want companies that have made up more than just from 11 million even. You will just put 11 million there and you will just say, okay, and that's it. Oh, sorry, I didn't name it. Rename. I'll just name it. What can I name it? High revenue. So let's see what happened when I put it in color. That high revenue. You can see that it has split my data into almost half. So it's telling me, because I've given it a condition that I only want companies that has made 9 million and above. If you look from here, 9 million and above, to your right are the ones in blue. You can see here, blue in. So it means the ones on the left, I don't need them or I don't want them. What did I do? Oh, sorry, I have to rename revenue. Are we all here?
Yes.
So revenue in color, and you just say automatically it has given us almost what we are looking for. And I will go for my shape as last time, just like this, increase it a bit. Sorry?
Mine, for one reason, didn't give me that separation of colors as yours. It just gave me the gray color only when I put it in colors.
Did you put ID in details?
I put the ID in details just like yours, yeah.
In details, I mean.
Yeah. IDs in details, and then the
And
high
revenue and
revenue.
expense
The high revenues in colors.
in
In
color.
and out, yeah. In and out of high revenue, yeah.
And what did
The one we just renamed now.
yes.
So where'd you
Yeah.
get in and out of revenue from?
In and out is just it's telling us that the ones in blue are in what we want, 9 million and above.
No,
This gray color means we
and how
created a
did you get
condition.
it? How did you get it
We
in and
created
out?
a condition. Did you do the set that we just did? I mean, did you do this high revenue?
Oh, I think I missed that one.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Then let me just give you a rundown. High revenue went to edit it. Under edit, first of all, I would like under general, you choose all, select all list, isn't it all?
Okay.
And then you go down to general, and then you put it by field 2015 revenue.
Mm.
And the number is greater than like 9 million sum, and that should be it. And then okay, or apply.
Let me do it again, please. I'm doing it again. So put revenue in column, put expense in rows, and put
Yeah, done
ID
that
in
already.
details. And then you go to your ID, just like we created a set for the growth. We are now creating for revenue. Create set, and we say all, just like he said. Sorry, I did catch your name because I can't see. So,
Savior.
Savior, thank you
Mm.
for saving us. So, condition, we go to condition and by field. We are dealing with 2015. So, it's the same process if you are dealing with 2013 or 2014. So, we say revenue, 2015 revenue. And the condition is that it should be greater than 9 million. I will press OK. Sorry, I forgot again. It's the same thing. I'm just renaming it. Revenue. It's just the same thing we have done. I just renamed the set. I should have named it before I pressed OK. So, yeah.
If they pick a revenue that is not 2015, it will not show exactly what you did. So they should make sure that it's 2015.
It should be 2015 because we are dealing with 2015 data.
Yeah,
we are strictly, that's the whole assignment, the case study specifically say 2015. So if anyone is doing with another data set, you're not going to get this. Yeah. Thank you. So the high revenue, we just put it in color now because we want to visualize it. Because right now, I can't see anything. Of course, I know that this 10 million and above, but there's some companies that I want to see here. So I just put it in high revenue and I put it in color. You can see it's kind of split it out. It's saying the ones in blue, this one, that's what it means. In means what the companies that we want for that condition. The ones in gray are out of the condition. It's like when we do set, and this is what it's saying. So are you here, Miss?
Yeah.
You
Okay.
see, mine was telling me. You see where you have the filter on.
Yeah.
It says mine was just saying showing only out. For one reason, does this have any effect on the first one, the first sheet we had when you wrote on growth?
And you say you put ID in details.
Yeah. For one reason, I don't know. It's just.
Can you share your screen for me, please? Is it possible to share your screen?
Okay, let me see. I'm gonna do that now. Can you see my screen?
Yes. So where is your I? Can you click on your I revenue?
Can you see? Let me see. Hold on. You can't see that one because I'm using a double screen. So that's
No,
why.
I can see it. I can see it.
Oh, you can see my
I can see your screen here. Your Tableau,
okay.
yes.
Okay.
So just right click on your I revenue and edit. Click on condition. You didn't put greater, you just put equals. Greater.
Oh, that's the
Yeah,
mistake right
and
there.
okay.
That's me there. That's the
Yeah,
mistake.
that's
Wonderful.
it.
Thank you very much.
And if you want to change the shape, it's up to you if you want to leave it like this.
Thank you very much. I'll stop sharing now.
No problem.
Yeah. How can I find this again? Stop share. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, we are good now. So this is saying we want all this, and so let us say that I just changed my mind. I won a lottery, and okay, I don't mind. I can look at startup companies that made 4 million from 4 million. We can also go like this. You understand? Edit and change this to 4 million. We don't have to do this. I'm just saying how you can see that now it has increased because we want 4 million. But we want to do it just the way we did growth. For example, how are we going to do that? We're going to create a parameter again, which is going to control this for us. So we just say right click, parameter, and we can say revenue cutoff. Do we understand now? So we want integer and we want range, we want minimum. We know that from 0 to 17 million, for example. We can just say 17, 1, 2, 3. Are we okay?
Fixed. Really sure.
What are the step size?
Sorry?
Step
No,
size.
we don't need a step size for this because yeah, we don't need a step. You will say not every time we need a step size. Why I put a step size for that one is because maybe we want 5 or 10, but we're talking about millions now. Maybe we want 500,000. I mean, you can put a step size, there's no problem. You can see this is that when we have our, okay,
Okay. Sorry.
yes,
You see where you wrote current value is 4 million.
yeah,
So basically, this reflects with when you make edit the revenue. Like let me say it was 9 million before, now it's 4 million. So
Yeah.
basically, if we have make any change down there, we have to make any change in this new parameter, isn't it?
Yeah, but what I'm saying, yeah, but you will just be able to slide up and down.
Well, yes, I understand now. Yeah. Mhm.
So because I wrote 4 million in the current value, it doesn't mean it's going to stay. It's dynamic. It can be 2 million. I can drag it to 2 million or
Okay,
something.
I understand now. Thank you.
So we press OK. And if we say this, show parameter, even if you can say this, what I mean, nothing is changing, even if we put 9 million, because we've not connected it to, we've not connected it yet to the I revenue. Do we get it? Because we are going to connect it just the way we connected it to the I revenue, to the growth leader. So we go to I revenue and we say edit sets. So we go to, but this time, because we are not doing top, the other one, it was top. So it was easy to just do a drop down. But this is a condition. We say by formula. Okay? So we just say sum 2015 revenue, because that's what we want. If we say 2015, let me see. Let me say revenue. So if you just press revenue, 2015 revenue, yeah, 2015 revenue, greater than revenue cutoff. So we are saying that when this 2015 revenue is greater than our cutoff that we give here, we want that company. Do you understand? Hello?
Could you repeat that, please?
Yes.
So what the statement is saying is anything that is greater than our cutoff for 2015. So if you are using 2014, this will be 2014 greater than your cutoff. So right now my cutoff is 9 million, yeah, 500 and something thousand. So what I'm saying is any company that is greater than this cutoff is what you should show me. Do you understand? Let's apply it and you see. You see, automatically, you see this is 10 million, even this is 9,590,000. Did you get that? You can see now that the less revenue that I put, the more company, the higher the revenue, the lesser the companies. So this is how, so if they want like 1 million, like almost all the companies, definitely. Right. So it's just like we're using these parameters to control. So we are saying this is our revenue cutoff, this figure. So any companies that is revenue for 2015 is greater than this, show me. Do we understand?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's it. You see that now we have the growth, we have the revenue. Can I give you like 3 minutes and do a set for me using ID for expense and putting it at an expense of 5 million, where expense is less than 5 million. Okay, maybe I'll do that for us, and then you'll do the parameters for me. So now we've done the revenue. We wanted three things: growth, revenue, and expense. We've got growth and we've got revenue. So you continue using ID to create the set, just like we do, where we have been doing, create sets. So I don't forget, I'll say low expense. I'll say use all, and then it's a condition by field. 2015 expense less than, that the lesser the expense is negative. The more expense you have, the trouble for your company. So you want a little expense as much as possible for a better output of revenue. So although we're still going to control this with parameter, we can put 5 million.
Let me just stop. When you did this low expense, did you as well do because I didn't see what I was trying to do. Did you do where you created with the ID, the set, they have to do all first and then condition?
Yeah. And then you choose the 2015 expense.
Okay, I got it now.
But then, before we did greater, because now it's to be less, because
less.
Nobody wants an expense to be high.
Okay.
That's wastage. Okay.
Yeah. Let me take you back on something here. Low expense. Okay. But before I take it back, you see where you say low expense, and let me see if it has anything to do with this. Okay, no worries. Let me just ask what I want to ask you. You see when we slide this down to 2 million?
Yes.
It turns blue only. So when we slide up to 9, about 5 million plus, almost 6 million, it starts to show the gray ones and the blue ones. So in this aspect now, we're dealing with low expense. Does it have to be like showing us like this is what we are like lower than what's expected or what?
No, it's what you want. That's what I put expense less than 5 million. It means that, okay, so now everything is normal. And when I put my expense, this is it. So it's showing me, you see my expense is after above 5 million, we don't want. So if you're looking for expense, the companies in blue are your companies because their expense are low. Look at 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, 4 million, up to 5 million. But I said, when an expense is less than 5 million, give it to me. When it's above 5 million, then we are not even interested. Do you get that?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yes.
The ones in gray, they have very high expense. We don't want. Look, if you want to invest, these are what you look at. You look at what their expense. You look at this company, for example. Look at the expense. The expense is 8.8 million. Although the revenue is high, we're still not interested because when we still look at the ratio, it looks like not something so good. But look at this company. Look at the expense, 3 million, 3.3. Look at the revenue, 16. I would definitely jump at this company to invest in because the rate of return is very high. So with the expense alone and the revenue, look at what we have created. Look at what we have been able to see, just even by the expense. And now we are now going to create something even more powerful. How can we combine this together? That will, Have you ever seen a quadrant like like a four corner something with? So we are going to combine this set together.
That formula you did for the high revenue, mine didn't work still.
Sorry?
I said the set you created for high revenue
Yes.
and you linked with the parameter. That formula, I don't know, mine didn't work. It's just showing the in, the out is not coming out.
Did you say sum into brackets?
Yeah, sum into bracket 2015 revenue greater than sum.
No, not sum. There's no sum in revenue cutoff.
Sorry, greater than the other one.
Revenue cutoff. What did you put? Is it revenue cutoff you put there?
Some 2015 revenue greater than revenue cutoff.
So let me just. So this is this the formula you have?
Yeah, that's what I have there.
Sum, this.
Yes, yeah. Or do I need to space it?
No, like if it's. They will know why it's giving me. It's good to give it one space, but there's no danger in whether you space it or not. It's still the same. So when you drag it to color, it's not giving you anything. You can't.
It's just giving me just the in. The other out is not showing. Just in, just same color. All true.
Is it because in your high revenue,
Can
did
you
you
not
put?
share a screen?
Okay, share your screen. Let's see.
Okay, I'll do that now. Keep quiet. Okay. Can you keep quiet, please? Hello.
Hello, I'm seeing only an empty.
No, it's not this one.
Okay.
Can you see it now?
Not yet. It's just that empty. The kids are still awake.
I guess I'm not sharing the right screen. Just a minute, please.
No problem.
So, Tayo, while we wait on Mark,
Okay.
we see on the low expense, it's when we move our filter, it doesn't have any effect on it, right?
Filter. We're not using filter now.
No, sorry, I mean the
Parameter.
Mhm. The show parameter.
Okay. Are you saying it?
Yeah.
Okay. This is my high revenue now. Edit. I guess I'm right.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. Then let me put it here. You see the way it's coming up. Can you see my screen, please?
Yeah, I can see. Can you go to high revenue again, please?
Okay.
Edit. Go to by field. Number one, your You've
I
not
should
even
put it to
done.
2015.
Yeah, you should. Yeah, you are not. That's yeah, and greater than 9 million. That's what we put. We are dealing with 2015. So that's what you first click apply.
So,
Apply and okay.
but we're not using by formula anymore here.
No. Forget about that. Apply and okay. Now you can see already that when we did 9 million.
Yeah, I already did this type before. I wanted to that one you said by
Oh, go
formula.
to revenue cutoff. No revenue cutoff.
Okay, revenue cutoff.
No, in the parameter.
I don't think.
Parameters. Revenue cutoff.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, click on that, please. Edit. You put 17,000.
Oh, good. Yeah, thank you.
In the current value, just put 4 million or 2 million or any something million. Then okay. Then go to iRevenue again.
Okay, collect that
Edit.
bar and give it to me.
And go to by formula. And then from 2015 revenue. Yeah, click on revenue. No. Write revenue. Then it will give you. Then go down. Yeah, 2015 revenue. Yeah, greater than. Just drag revenue cutoff or write revenue cutoff. Write revenue. Then you see cutoff. Go down. Yeah. Apply. Yeah, that's it. Now you can see. No. Drag that
Okay,
slide of
yeah.
revenue
It's
cutoff.
already there. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Anyone else? All right. I'll share my screen again. So we have the expense now, the low expense, as you can see. And now I want us to create a parameter that we say expense cutoff. So we say right click, create parameter, and we say expense cut.
For anything.
Sorry, can we mute, please? Thank you. Oh, sorry, can we mute, please? Thank you. So we just say the same thing. We want an integer and we want a range. We know that it's up to 11 million. And then we can just say 1 to 11 million. Here we can say 4 million. And then we just say, okay, I just wait for us to. So we say, okay. You see, we have our third parameters here, and we say show parameters. We have it here. But as before, it's not doing anything because we've not connected it to our low expense. So we go to low expense and we say edit set and we say by formula. So it's the same formula. We just say sum. We say expense, 2015 expense less than expense cutoff. So what we are saying is any 2015 expense that is less than our expense cutoff, that's what we want. Okay. Then we click on apply and we say okay. As you can see, the cutoff is quite high. So if we can see, the more we go, the more lesser it goes. But you can see that at a time, it's only one that we can use. So we can't, like, we can only use either, sorry. We can either use only low expense or high revenue. We can't use both at the same time. So how do we combine? So how do I say that I want greater than 8 million revenue, less than 4 million expense, and give us those set of companies? So there's something that we can combine these sets together. So that's what we will call, you can choose any one of these two sets, high revenue or low expense. So we click on high revenue. You see create combined sets. Not edit set, create a combined set. That's what we click on. Automatically you see high revenue and the other one is low expense. That's what we needed. We can call this, I called it our target because we are targeting something, quadrant. Look, I don't know if you have done table joins in SQL. This is saying that give me everything in both sets. High, low, it doesn't matter. Give me everything. This is saying that just give me, this is what we are going to use. Give me what is common to high revenue and that's low expense. This is saying give me everything on high revenue. And yeah.
I just want to ask a quick question before we go.
Okay.
Yes, I understand this concept. Because when I first looked at that data, what I saw first was I looked at all those parameters. How do we even determine what company, if one wants to invest, what company should someone invest in? Now the question I want to ask you now is this: all these other parameters that they derive maybe from profit margin, what is the meaning, and how does it affect this?
So
I don't know if you get what I'm asking you.
I get what you are saying. So if we read that, what the story
I'm
have
asking
said.
you out of the story. I'm not
No,
asking.
no. This is what I'm saying. I'm getting there as well. We are saying that from this data,
Yes.
this is the revenue. We want, maybe I didn't put, okay, my cutoff revenue is 9 million. My expense is anything greater than 5 million, I'm not interested. Anything less than 9 million in revenue, I'm not interested.
Yeah.
And I want top 15 of those. So this is how you are going to go by it. This is, we are selecting now a set of companies from 1,000. It could be 1,000,000 using this condition criteria, which normally this, when you are in a fintech or actually in a research, this is what you are going to do. And this is how to go by it.
Okay. Okay. So if you want to now look deeper, is when you start looking at all these other parameters, right?
So parameters is what we create so that we can adjust on the fly, being agile. So if they just said, okay, what about 8 million? You just slide your box. That's what we call a parameter. If you're talking about profit margin, that is something else. They will categorically tell you that we're looking for a profit margin between this and this. But in this data set, we just said from this data set, the revenue, high revenue, low expense, and top growth.
I'm just thinking like differently. Like, if someone, let's say someone is in a situation and maybe someone, you're not giving a target, so you're advising someone based on data that the
They will
person.
give you a target. There's always a target because if there's no target, there's nothing you are working towards. Because we are doing this, that's why I'm just giving you. Maybe my mistake is I should have given you actually a target of. Now that's what we are now doing, and when we combine this together now, you will see what I mean. Like when I would say I want a revenue of 8 million and an expense of 3 million, and then you will see the selected numbers of companies that we are going to have there.
Okay.
So we can play with two of these and see what we mean. So we've choose high revenue and low expense. Although this is the one we want, we just want what is in the middle, like what is common to that high revenue of 9 million and low expense. But this, let's see what we are going to get from combining these two sets together. How is going to make a difference. So when we press OK, let us say we want a revenue and this. So let's just, and now since we have this, we're going to take out this and we're going to just put target quadrant in our. You can now see that the ones in blue is what is similar to. So we are saying we want our cutoff to be less than 4.4 million and also as a cutoff revenue of 8 million. We are looking at it in the wrong way, not in the wrong way, but I mean, this is showing us everything together, but this is not what we need. If we go back to our target quadrant, like edit sets, we want this. So this is what actually is going to give us our right answer. So if we look at this, expense is less than 4 million, you can see, and 8 million 0.5 and above revenue. Do we get that? We are combining these two together. This is low and high.
Yeah.
So all these are greater than 8.5 million in revenue and less than 4.8 in expense. Do you know that expense generally is negative? It's negative. So
Yes.
yes. So it is otherwise good for us to, because 11 million means minus 11 million. So it's better for us to turn this axis upside down. We just click on it, right click, edit axis, and reversed. Maybe now you will understand. So now we've now reversed it. So this is coming from 0 to being minus. Now you can now see that. From 8 points, what is our target? 8.5, and from less than 4 up. You can play around with it. The more you do like this, the more you will get. The more you go, the less you will get. And the more revenue you want, the less you will get. The less revenue, the more you will get. Because there are more companies that made less revenue. So this is how we play around with it. I don't really like this. These figures are too long. I'll just do like this. Format parameters. Or let me go from here. Let me see. Expense. So edit. And then we go to current value. Display format. And then we say, is it currency? No.
Is it no currency?
Currency custom here. I put 1 decimal place and I put million because it's in million. You can now see 4.9 million. I will do the same thing for revenue. Currency, 1 decimal place, and put million. And then so this looks a bit nicer now. You can see that both of them can control. Before we can only do one, but because now this target quadrant is the combination of these two sets, high revenue and low expense. And we did that by just, combining it together. And that's it. I don't want to go too much. I know this is a lot, but I want us to do something for me. I want to get a dashboard, like put something together. Let's see, put something together for me. Maybe put a color. And if you can go beyond, I want who can get it. I want to put a top growth, This is the top growth if you want to look at it. Yeah. If we put top growth.
Can we have more than 3? You can have 3 subsets. You can have 3 sets.
You can have so many sets you want.
So you can have as much as you want.
Yeah, you can have so many sets.
Okay.
So I want us to, if somebody can know how to incorporate, yes.
I'm saying in relationship, like the relationship we did now. You
Yeah.
have 2 relationship. Can you do more than?
I don't know. I can find out, but yeah. Okay, let me create another set quickly. I mean, we're not using it, but let me just create it. Condition by field. Let me see. Let me see profit. Profit greater than 3 million. So this is profits. Now let me now see if I can add 3 subsets. Let's see. No, it is. You can see it's more like you can't actually. You can only use 2 at a time. Like the relationship, only 2 at a time. So on Wednesday,
you can't have more than like that target quadrant you created, that set. You can't have more than one of it in a sheet like this. Like, can you create
like
another
how?
one like that?
I can put the top growth here, I want us to find a way to put a top growth here for me for Wednesday. I'm going to do it for us. So here is, maybe we can like maybe make it red and blue, because this gray color, edit color, sand palette. So we know that red is out. Too red.
Maybe you should
Maybe,
reduce
maybe
size.
I'll stay with the gray. I'll stay with the gray for now, because I want to put top growth as red, diamond. I'll put it as gray for now. So two things. I want, if you can create a dashboard similar to this with, so with top 10, with growth in this. I've not done growth for us. So this one I'll say scattered plot again. Scattered plot. So I think if we watch the video again, we'll get a better understanding. I know this like a bit, a little, because every week we're going higher. We should be moving forward, not backward. So this is where we need to go back and see what it is to create a set, parameters, join parameters together, and then we can control how we set our revenue and how we set our cutoff.
Yeah. Sorry,
Yes,
just a quick one. You see where, if you look at the left hand side of this catapult, where it
yeah.
says 0 million, 1 million, how did you change the formats from just one to this one?
Which place?
Look at the left hand side, like we have the 1 million, 2 million, 3 million. Yeah,
This
yeah,
one?
right there. Yeah, how did you change
Yeah,
that?
I just click on this, right click, edit axis, and you tick reversed.
Reversed. Okay, thank you.
So, Mr. Ayo, please, I don't know how soon you can give them this video to have a look and see again and watch it.
Yeah, they'll get it this night, right? You know, after we end the call now, it will buffer for a while.
Oh yes, I know. Yeah, it will buffer for a while.
Once it's done, I'll do it. If I don't sleep,
Oh, okay. Because we still have a few more to go, because I can show us something like click on this, like select mark, and then if you click on this, sorry, then click on this, select mark, and if we click, I don't know, there's something that we still have some editing formats to show. Oh, sorry, add reference line. So my line, per value. Don't worry, I'm going to do this for us. And then the same thing, I'm just showing us that we still have quite a lot. And I know that we are kind of getting tired now. So you can see that we already have a quadrant already. I'm still going to do this for us. I'm just giving us a tips. Like, and now if you just do like this, you see that once they said, okay, how much is this person making? You can see 6.8 or 628,000 in expense and 50 million in revenue. That's a very good company. Less than a million expense. Like you actually have less than a million and you are making 50 million in a year. That is a very, very, very profitable company. So how do we add growth to here? Top growth is what I will want to know on Wednesday. And we'll just finalize this. Any question you want me to go back, so we can go back on that. Is that understood?
yeah.
Any question before we go?
So based on where you stopped right now, Tai, all we need to do is just continue by adding a top growth on it.
By adding what?
Top growth. So
Yeah, do that and let me know on Wednesday.
Yeah,
I don't want to. Okay.
the question I have actually is that I missed when you were creating that set, the target quadrant. So I couldn't really get it. I've been trying to figure it out on my own. I couldn't. So that's the question I have.
It's straightforward. So you just pick one of the sets, which is high revenue or low expense. You pick it, you say create combined set, and then you just click low expense and take this and okay, and that's it.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Any more questions? We still have some formatting and some insight to look at. So please, let's have a look how we can add top growth to this so that we can see our top growth in what we are looking at. Because this is good. We can see the ranking, we can see here, but we don't want our stakeholders to just say, we want to now say, okay, it will be another shape actually. So we want to look at top growth in this.
The top 10, yeah?
It can be top 10, it's up to you. It can be, you can see here, you can put it top 20, top 30.
Just
No, we created the parameter now. So
yeah.
you created the parameter,
Yeah.
so you can put it, you can analyze, you can put up 20, 50 if you want.
Yeah.
So that's why we've created the parameter. It's a powerful thing that we've created that parameter. So we can slide as much as we want to see how it goes. I mean, this is not our final product. We just halfway through.
Thank you so much.
All right.
So I would end the call. I'm sorry, I will stop the recording now.
All right. So thank you, everyone. And apologies again.